Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Blue Badge Crypto, bringing you another Bitcoin and market update. But listen, if you're not already on the Twitter, get over there at Blue Badge Crypto. That's where you're going to get the most time-sensitive alerts on trends, trading, and analysis in the market. Let's dive into Bitcoin, guys. We're here on the 1-hour chart. If you've been following the updates, if you're on the Twitter, the YouTube, then you know exactly what we're looking at, guys. We've broken down from any support level here at the red line. We're looking at this bullish divergence here. But if you're new, we can backtrack here just a little bit. We were tracking this lower time frame pattern. We're in this range-bound price action here in the blue lines. We were able to get some longs here. We were looking for a short up here. We didn't quite get up to our short here. We came up just a little bit short, which is a real bummer after, especially after seeing all this price action here. But now we've broken down from that range-bound price action. We were looking for 40765. We were calling that level for weeks, and we finally got it. Kind of breaking down from it. We were looking for this back test here, some type of back test of at least the channel line here, if not all the way up to these range lows here to sweep that to get some more short entries. Unfortunately, that hasn't really happened here. One thing that we were tracking, if we zoom in just a little bit more here, is this bullish divergence that we had kind of playing out here, where we're creating these lower lows here, and we were creating now creating that higher low here, and we were able to get a little bit of a pop off of that, which kind of only really brought us up to this red line. And now we're just kind of doing a little bit of upwards action, a little bit of sideways action, really kind of just creating the same lows here, right? So that's what's happening right now, guys, for the lower time frames on Bitcoin here. But what comes next, right? I think that the more that we just kind of hang out here, right, where we have this, dump down, sideways action, accumulation, and then another dump down, is probably more likely here now that we aren't getting, any type of push up here. If we could have been, pushing up here, pushing the red line, testing these levels here, I think that would have given a stronger case that we could maybe kind of reverse here and, kind of, get back out of these levels here, start claiming these levels as support. But we haven't even shown strength to really come up and try and get back above the red line. Haven't even touched the channel line again, and haven't even touched the range lows there. So we're not showing much strength. So I think this is more going to be of a bear continuation, kind of like a bear flag here, right? Where we have the flagpole here, some type of range here, right, of a bear flag. And then if you were to measure that out here, it would be something like that. If this bear flag were to prove true, just for an example here, it would be something like that, where it would show us coming down to test the lower level of this channel line here, guys, okay? And I'm not saying that's going to be immediate or that will definitely happen. Nothing in crypto is certain. I can only be a messenger of what the chart is showing for you guys, right? So that is a possibility here, where we could range here, have that bear flag play out and potentially, come test the midline of the channel, the yellow line, and even the bottom line of the channel here. But again, this confluence of support will certainly get in the way of that bear flag wanting to play out all the way to down here. We have a large confluence of support here in the midline of our channel. In this small dotted line here, if I zoom over to price action, this is where we were meeting highs over here, right? Back in January, when we were trying to get back above our yellow line here, this is where we were running into resistance here, right? So that's now going to be a level of support for us, and that's just nicely in confluence with the midline of the channel there. And then we also have our yellow line there at 38439, guys. So I think that coming to test these is probably more likely than just getting some absolute, pump out of here and we just reverse and, start coming back up here to tackle, 40, 44, 45, etc., and start, blasting through these levels. I think this accumulation kind of looks poor, and it kind of just shows weakness when we haven't even come back and tested these levels here, guys. Something I posted for y'all last night was just on Twitter, was just kind of making sure we're keeping our eyes open to all possibilities, right? I posted this on Twitter last night, where I was showing y'all that Ethereum was coming up and kind of back testing this level as resistance here, failing to get above it, and now now getting denied from it as resistance, and now falling down here. And something else I wanted to show y'all is that something else I'm kind of looking at on just a extremely macro view. Okay, this is a 1 month chart here, and it kind of gives like I said, an extremely zoomed out macro view here, where we've had peaks, and we go down. Oh, there's alert for theta. and peaks and we go down, peaks and we go down. And kind of right now, what the controversial thing is, at least on this macro, 1 week, month chart, is that, is this a peak right here? Or is this just like, price action? If we were to compare it to like, this right here, are we right here? Or are we right here? Are we, right here? Or are we at the peak, right? And based off just the chart, right, if you take emotions out of it, you take your wants and desires out of it, you purely just look at what this chart is showing, it kind of looks like we're at a peak right here. And we've come up, we've made peaks where this had bearish divergence there, right? It was getting high and then a higher high but lower, and it's kind of always done that, right? And we did the similar thing here, right, where we hit a higher and a slightly higher high, but had that bearish divergence. But what I'm wanting to show y'all is that even on this macro view, right, we still have that bearish divergence there, where we're creating much higher highs, right? If we're looking at macro highs, right, a high here, but we're creating lower highs, slightly lower high there. And then even more so, if we zoom in on our price action here, we're creating a high and then a higher high. We've created that very clear bearish divergence here, where we're creating those higher highs but lower highs on the chart there. Okay, and you can see right here, has this is that played out right there? Or do we have further continuation down here that would be something like we've been seeing, where we've had peaks and then valleys right there as well. And if we go to total crypto market cap here, we can see I gave you all this box, right? I've had the support and resistance box. We've broken down from that box. And in yesterday's Bitcoin and market update, if you watched it, then I said that we could come down here. This is going to be a support pocket. We could get a bounce off that. And we did. We came down here. We bounced. We had a nice little bounce off of it. We actually had a BNB play where we cut a nice little entry off this confluence of support, where it's now falling down. I told y'all to be aggressive taking profits. If you're on the Twitter, then you had that trade. But now we're coming back down and testing this level again once more as support. And on these lower time frames, we are trying to kind of hang on here to this pocket of support, right, guys? Where you can see we're kind of wicking below here. So right now, this is kind of our last chance of support right here, right? And this is in confluence with what I was just talking about here on Bitcoin. If we go back to this lower time frame Bitcoin chart, you can see, right, we're in this bear pattern, right? And if total crypto market cap fails to hold right here, the next level of support that we're likely looking at is coming down to approximately 1.72 trillion or so. So that would be another small little move down for a total crypto market cap of about 2%. And for reference, this move down from the box was about 4 to 5% there. So that's what we could be looking at for Bitcoin. And like I said, that would be in confluence with coming down and testing the midline of the channel, testing this white dotted line, and maybe even the 38439 there, guys. So that's something to watch out for, okay? So if total crypto market cap fails to hold, it's trying to hold here right now, right? You can see we're kind of similar to right here, right? Where we wick down, had a pop. Now we're wicking down, and we could have that, next pop up again. And we could even potentially see, price come back up here, right, where we hold this level, and now we get some type of reversal here, right? That would be great to get some type of reversal. We come up, test this box again, right, where this is now going to act as resistance once again. Okay, so we could get some type of reversal pattern here, and again, that would mean Bitcoin does break out of here and come back, and finally we get that back test of we come up, definitely hit the red line, and maybe we get the back test of the channel, and maybe even come up and hit that blue line there if we were to get some type of reversal here. But so far, we're still, on these lower time frames making, lower highs here, right? We could even come all the way back up to, here and still make a lower high on these, zoomed in micro charts here. Similar to Bitcoin, right? We could come back up here and start making lower highs. And then if we also bring Ethereum into it, right, on this little bit more of a mid-tier time frame, even Ethereum could, still come all the way back up here, and we're still making those lower highs on this kind of mid-tier time frame, right, where we have these highs and we're making lower highs here. Could come all the way back up to this line and still be making lower highs here, guys. So I want to kind of encompass a whole market overview with that. But that's what we're looking at in Bitcoin, guys. We're kind of stuck in this little, bear flag, this little bit of range here currently, just kind of ranging sideways. We could come back up to approximately 40274 and still kind of be in a semblance of this range here. We could come all the way down to, it's probably a little bit more like this. So we could come back down to, 39.6 or so, and still be in this kind of range, potentially this bear flag here that I just measured out for y'all, right? where that would have a technical target to come down to the bottom line of the channel there, guys. So that's what we're looking at on Bitcoin. I wanted to kind of give y'all the zoomed in look and bring it all the way out to the monthly chart there. Just making sure, again, guys, something I posted on Twitter that we're keeping our eyes open. We're staying, privy to every situation that could be in the market here, guys, and not getting, tunnel vision on one specific ideology, guys. So if you liked the video today, throw a like, throw a comment down, subscribe to the channel, guys, share the video. Appreciate y'all watching today.